Edgar Heaton, one of the founding members of Polaris, were alive today, I'm sure he'd be exceptionally proud of how far the team in Minnesota have taken this once humble hay hauler. It has air conditioning. Hey guys, it's Josh with UTV Underground, and today we're going to shake down this brand new 2021 Polaris Ranger XP1000 NorthStar Ultimate Edition. But before we do that, you guys know we're big on history lessons, so let's dip back a few decades and talk about this flagship vehicle. Polaris built their first snowmobile in 1954, and they spent 30 years riding the snowmobile craze. The Ranger debuted in 1999, and it was a 6x6 with a top speed of 25 miles per hour. By the mid-2000s, the Ranger had evolved into a very capable machine with the addition of a dual A-arm suspension, electronic fuel injection, and the lock and ride accessory system. By 2009, dual A-arm suspension was added to the front of the vehicle, and rider ergonomics were improved. Power and capability continued to improve as well, with still larger powertrains introduced. And a mere 4 years later, in 2013, the all-new Ranger XP900 was released with 10 inches of suspension travel, a ProStar 900 engine, and a host of ergonomic improvements and accessory options. But it's really been the last 4 years that Ranger has evolved into the most advanced, powerful, and capable utility UTV on the planet. We're talking major engineering improvements, major comfort and ride-inspired upgrades, as well as things like 14-inch wheels, 29-inch tires, LED headlights. The Ranger is king right now, and the NorthStar Ultimate Edition is the cream of the crop. So that is how we got here. 67 years of innovation, testing, manufacturing excellence, and yes, some bumps in the road. But if you walk into any Polaris dealership today, they have every price point, seat configuration, engine package, and accessory package platform covered. It's all right there in the Ranger lineup. This 2021 XP1000 NorthStar Ultimate is technically the 22nd model year for the Ranger. These 82 horsepower machines are available in 4 color options, come in a 2-seat or crew size configuration, and have tons of accessory package options for hunting, winter work, extra lighting, and even kick-ass audio. Now again, up there at the tippy top is this model we're reviewing today, the XP1000 NorthStar Ultimate, and I'm telling you, this feels more like a well-equipped truck or SUV than a UTV. So pay attention, because this might be the best UTV for your scenario. Back in March, Polaris shipped us a nicely broken in Ranger XP1000 NorthStar Ultimate with about 250 miles on it in Pursuit camo. First thing we did was park it next to our old 2008 Ranger Crew, and man, you could see the difference 12 years makes. The 29-inch 6-ply tires and 65-inch wheelbase really go a long way in improving the look of these machines, and they seem more capable than ever right off the trailer. The 4,500-pound winch mounted to the front bumper is something you would have only seen in the aftermarket just a few years ago. And when you peek under the car, you get a look at the full-body skid plate and 14 inches of ground clearance, which is 4 more inches than the days of old. That makes the Ranger more than just a ranch hand. It's a trail boss too. The fact that you can slam 1,000 pounds in the bed, which by the way has been tweaked to hold 5-gallon buckets perfectly and has tie downs for all your tools, is fantastic. Using the dump feature is a breeze, by the way. But what really stands out for this model is the enclosed cab, including the poly doors with power windows and the tip-out windshield. For those of us who work in the heat, the rain, snow, and around bugs, the NorthStar is nothing short of a refuge from the wild. Yes, there is a kick-ass air conditioning and heating system, we'll get to that in a second, but suffice to say, every element of the exterior of this vehicle has been carefully designed, redesigned, and redesigned again for maximum comfort, workability, and longevity. And to top it off, it has a very reasonable footprint. It's small enough to maneuver around the shop, warehouse, or barn, but doesn't feel cramped when you're inside on longer rides. If we had to add or change one thing on the exterior of this NorthStar Ranger, we would add power back here in the bed area. DC or AC plugs would really help round out this unit. The Ranger XP1000 has a 999cc 4-stroke engine with dual overhead cams and twin cylinders. It's the same tried and true electronic fuel-injected 82 horsepower motor and automatic on-demand all-wheel drive transmission that Polaris has had so much success with these past 10 years. Most of the competition in this high-end category is at or near 82 horse, but Polaris is less concerned about leading every single spec and more focused than ever with making a more versatile and usable machine. Suffice to say, this vehicle has plenty of power and is incredibly responsive. Its #1 competitor currently is the Can-Am Defender Limited HD10, but Polaris still has them beat on things like ground clearance, ride command, and some of the other Polaris-only features. If you're gonna hop in the cab of a NorthStar Ultimate with another adult and slam 1,000 pounds of payload in the bed or tow 2,500 pounds, you need to know what the limitations are on the suspension. This Ranger is not a full-blown Ranger XP Pro with dynamic shocks. It's a very straightforward 10-inch dual A-arm setup on the front and the rear, but the combination of the 29-inch tires and the 14 inches of ground clearance really make for a comfortable and usable ride. We've been using this machine both here on our ranch and in the wild to suit a whole variety of needs. Everything from hauling trailers, stone, hay, and wood around the yard, to loading it up with crew and gear to get our guys to film spots in the woods and the desert. Only in the most extreme locations, say on the Mint 400 race course, did we ever come across G-outs or ruts that were too much for this NorthStar Ranger. 95% of the time we had plenty of clearance and power to get through anything in our way. Okay, so what's going on with the interior of these machines? They are comfortable and damn near indestructible, and that's a good thing. One of the most overlooked and underrated features of any utility UTV is comfort. There was a lot of effort put into the NorthStar Ranger cockpit, and they improved that even more for 2021. The adjustability of things like the seat, both the slider and the angle adjustment, and the tilt steering are the first thing you notice when you sit down. The storage, the sight lines, it's just a very comfortable vehicle to sit in, and it's just one of those machines that feels more like a small truck at this point than a UTV. The NorthStar Ranger now comes with ride command and an integrated 7-inch touch display, as well as the option of adding an MB Quart audio package. Now this is by far the best in-cab audio system in the industry, and it features a factory installed 7-way audio system with sound that you can feel, plus a 300-watt overhead audio visor speaker and a subwoofer. This is only available on the NorthStar Ultimate. Obviously, the other big interior attribute on these machines is the enclosed cab and true locking solid poly doors with power windows. This is a kick-ass system, and it works because both the heating and the AC in the machine over-deliver. Climate control has never been a part of the UTV experience, but Polaris has this nailed with the NorthStar. The real glass tip-out windshield is really an added bonus too, because at any point, if you're too hot, you just flip that bad boy up and you've got a nice breeze coming in. Little things too, like windshield wipers, charging ports, cup holders, the rear view mirror, it's all a complete package. Our one gripe is at this point, folding side view mirrors should be included and come standard on these machines. To do a proper shakedown on any vehicle, you really need to use it for months and months and work with it in a variety of conditions. So we're excited to keep this bad boy through the summer and see how much we can throw at it. But as of right now, we've put about 500 miles on this machine between local California trails, our 5-acre ranch, shooting in Las Vegas, and pre-running out in Lake Havasu. We've loaded this bed to the hilt with coolers, camera gear, and all kinds of construction equipment, and driven for hours through the sand, silt, rocky washes, and up through the narrow canyons. Here's the thing, out on the trail, what the Ranger lacks in speed, it makes up for in comfort. We found ourselves rotating between our Razors and the Ranger to help our bodies recover from all the shenanigans in our sport machines. Not to mention the AC for cooling the body down on those hot days. This NorthStar Ranger is the equivalent of the pack mule on steroids because it carries all the important stuff we need to actually survive. We even used the winch to recover a few stuck vehicles and change some flats. This thing is a mini UTV chase truck. gas, tires, tools. It has room for all of that, freeing up space and weight on our 2-seat Razors. We also love being able to use ride command with the group since they were outpacing us. We never got lost. It was easy for our crew to drop back if they needed anything off the Ranger. With an MSRP of about $27,000, the NorthStar Ultimate is the most expensive 2-seat Ranger in the Polaris arsenal, and actually on the market when compared to these other high-end utility vehicles. The Can-Am Defender is priced at $25,500, for example, and has a similar power band, but it has smaller tires, less ground clearance, and no real answer for ride command. So for now, Polaris is still sitting on top. All right, so what's the verdict on the new 2021 Ranger XP1000 NorthStar Ultimate? We love it. In fact, it's changed how we feel about the entire Ranger platform. We've been diehard sport model UTV guys since the old Razor 900 days, but more and more we've come to respect the Ranger and General as essential tools in the UTV arsenal. The fact is, the NorthStar Ultimate is the perfect heavy-duty solution for farms, factories, trails, race support, hunting, camping, and a million other scenarios because it's so versatile. The small wheelbase and footprint combined with all-wheel drive and this enclosed cab with heating and cooling make it a better alternative to a small truck or SUV. Well, that's it on the NorthStar Shakedown, guys. If you like this video, please give us some love and be sure to mash that subscribe button so you get notified when we drop our newest videos. We'll see you guys out there on the trail.